Hello everyone. So in this video we're gonna talk about how do we find out the regression line between the two numerical variable x and y. Okay. So regression and correlation are very much related. Even the calculation, they are very much related as well for the two process. Basically, we have two numerical variable. From correlation, we can see whether or not we have a linear relationship between the two variables x and y. Based on correlation value, we can see if that relationship is strong or weak, negative or positive. Okay, so if after we identify there is a linear relationship between x and y, and then naturally the next question will be, what is that linear relationship? So that will be answered by regression. Okay. So we're going to use the same worksheet for the correlation calculation from the previous video, and we're going to just kind of work on the corners to get the regression done. So keep in mind, in regression, basically you're proposing a linear relationship. So you're trying to say y equal to intercept plus b1 slope multiplied by x. So this will be the general linear relationship between x and y. So if we determine what is b0 and what is b1, basically the relationship is established. So the goal for the regression process basically just to find b0 and b1. The formula is given in the in Canvas, to calculate b1. That will be a fraction of, on top, summation of xi minus x bar times yi minus y bar. On bottom, summation of xi minus x bar squared. b0 will be y bar minus b1 times x bar. So that's the two formula we need to work with. Okay. So then, suppose if you have a small data set like this, just for demonstration, of course, for any other bigger data set, it's going to be the same procedure. So we need to complete this worksheet. Okay. And we calculated here the column total. Basically, we have summation of xi minus x bar, yi minus y bar, that's 25. Summation of xi minus x bar squared equal to 10. So then that means I'm going to use a corner here. b1 will be, when you look at the formula, we're going to copy the formula again here. Summation of xi minus x bar, yi minus y bar divided by summation of xi minus x bar squared. So when you look at it, summation of xi minus x bar, yi minus y bar, that's already given. That's 25. So I'm going to replace it with 25. And then summation of xi minus x bar square, that's right here. That's equal to 10. So I'm going to replace it with 10 there. So that's a very simple calculation. b1 equal to 2.5. Okay. So we're going to calculate intercept then. b0 has a formula of y bar minus b1 times x bar. Okay. So then y bar, that's calculated equal to 7. We replace it in there. Minus b1 is 2.5, which is calculated. And x bar is 3. Okay. So all you need is calculate a simple calculation. 7 minus 2.5 times 3, which is negative 0.5. So then b0 and b1 is calculated. So all we need is put it back to the general form. So that will give us the relationship between x and y. So that's the regression process. So basically the relationship will be y equal to b0 negative 0.5 plus b1 times x. b1 is 2.5 multiplied by x. Okay. So that's the linear relationship. Y equal to negative 0.05 plus 2.5 times x. So if once the relationship is established, if I give you any value of x, you can predict what value y will be. If I give you what value y is, you can predict what x is. Okay. That's the most of the time the purpose of doing regression. So we can do estimations. And then regression is a model. Basically, we're using a linear line to fit in our data. So the question will come in, how well does your model fit the data? Right? So that can be measured by a statistic called R square. The formal name is called coefficient of determination. Okay? But the common name is R square. R square is basically correlation R, take a square. So correlation is 0.974 as we calculated before, take a square. So that'd be 0.9486, 0.9487. Okay. So in conclusion, we often say 94%, 94.87% of variability in the data is being explained by the regression line. So the higher the R square value is, that means the better model you have for this regression. Okay, so this is how I do regression by hand. So how do I do it in Excel? Okay, so in Excel, again, we have this small data to work with. First, we're going to make a scatter plot on the data. So we're going to highlight all the data, x and y, and then click on Insert, and then go to Recommended Chart, and we could pick O chart, and then Scatter Plot, and then we're going to choose this one, right? So click on OK. Again, here you can say this is for regression. We're not doing correlation anymore, or scatter plot. We can do a scatter plot maybe. We just say scatter plot. Okay. So then we can add a trend line by just click on any of the point, any of the scatter point, and once you click on it, you can see all the points are highlighted. So then you right click, and then here you can see there's option add trend line. So then at trend line, we're going to do a regression. We're going to do a linear regression. So we're going to choose a linear form. That's the default for you. And if you want to do other kind of regression, you can do that as well, but that's going to be more complicated. And we're going to display the equation on the chart. So that will be the regression line, basically. So that's B0 equal to negative 0.5, and B1 is 2.5. So regression line is negative 0.5 plus 2.5 times x. That's the convention, but here the order is reversed, but it's the same equation, right? And they can also choose to display the R square value. So that's 0.947. Okay. So if you compare to the manual work we have, the R square is 0.9487, and the software gave us 0.947. Again, it could have rounding errors. And when you look at the equation, y equal to negative 0.5 plus 2.5x, which is exactly the same as y equal to 2.5x minus 0.5. Okay, so this is how we do regression by hand or using Excel. Thank you for watching.